Hello. I wanted to check in with you, and as if I am your brain coach, I want to check in on you and your brain and see how you're doing and how your week has begun. Not the most flattering light here, but I'm going to do a quick run. So if you hear beeps in the background, I apologize for that, but I wanted to do a quick check-in with you before I got started. I've been filming all day since 8 a.m. this morning, and so amazing content based on my new book, and I just wanted to say hello and say how much I appreciate you, because your time and your attention is your most valuable currency, and that's really shows you what's most important. You can always tell what's most important to somebody based on the effort, time, and energy and attention they put into something. And if you're watching this right now, I appreciate you for every video you've ever watched, every podcast you ever listened to of mine, from the book that if you've pre-ordered. I'm so excited about this. Right now, I'm in New York, so it's coming on 6:30 p.m. I'm losing my voice a little bit because I've been doing a lot of speaking. Matteo, Charles, how are you, sir? And I wanted to say how much I appreciate you. And that being said, I could answer a few Q&As as we're here. and let me know where you're from also, because I'm traveling all over the place for our book tour, and it's going to be pretty global. So hello from Ireland, Japan, New York City. I'm in New York City right now. Einstein, Blueprint. Thanks for showing up. Morocco. Can you explain the book for us? Yeah, absolutely. My book is called Limitless. It's Upgrade Your Brain, Learn Anything Faster, and really unlock your exceptional life. I chose that very specifically because, growing up with my learning difficulties, there were the exceptional kids in the class, and I wasn't included. There was a group called MASP. They took all my friends and said, like, hey, we're creating a group called MASP, and these are the more able student program kids. And I was not included, so I found somebody, and we created a group called LASP, Less Able Student Program. So crazy, as some people are more able than others. That was the belief in the schooling. But but these were the exceptional kids, and I've come to learn over the past couple of decades of teaching this that we all have the ability and the potential to be exceptional and have exceptional lives. We just weren't really necessarily shown how to tap into the number one wealth-building, creating asset that we have, the most powerful technology in the world, which is our brain. The book is available right now. You go to limitlessbook.com, limitlessbook.com. You could just, if someone actually types that in, I'll pin it, limitlessbook.com, and you can pre-order it there. And as a thank you, we are gifting people a brand new program that I filmed for you. It's a 10-day program called Kwik Start. I think a lot of people just want to get into progress. They want to get out of that inertia. They want to make some first steps. So I created a program called Kwik Start on literally how to be limitless, utilizing the power of your mind. So it's a limitless book, singular, limitlessbook.com. And so let me just pin this. And if you go there, as a thank you for pre-ordering the book, you get that 10-day program. And a lot of people who are going through it right now, they say by day 3, they're like, wow, this was worth many times the cost of just the book alone. That's a real compliment. My purpose is for you to not only be inspired and, implement and just ideate over things. It's really to integrate. I want this to become who you are, that you have this potential. Limitless is not about being perfect. It's not about having a photographic memory. It's about learning and living beyond what you believe is possible, and this is the manual to do so. Appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Hello from Malaysia. I am in Kuala Lumpur probably once a year. Can't wait for the words of wisdom. Thank you. You're my hero. Thank you. Hi from Brazil. I'm in South America once a year. Last time I was in Brazil, went to Rio, Brasilia, Sao Paulo. Keep up the great work. John Lee, amazing. Yeah, we had to team up again and do some more in London. That was amazing. I'll be back in the Middle East this fall. I'm there at least once a year. I live from Chile, Nicaragua. With great power comes great responsibility. Absolutely. And the opposite is also true. With great responsibility comes great power. When we take responsibility for something, we have great power to make things better. I'm from Vancouver. I will be in Vancouver in April for the week. So I'm looking forward to that. What made you want to write this book? That's a great question. So this is 28 years of teaching this. And so I never had the aspirations or the ambition to, honestly, truth be told, and I'll say this to you because we're friends here, is I'm pretty introverted, and if somebody else would do what I'm doing, I would back them and support them, because I don't really have the ambition to be known. Even though I'm in front of 200,000 people a year, it sounds kind of funny, and the podcast and the hundreds of millions of video views. I just want to help people. I feel moral responsibility. And so a few years ago, I had an accident, almost in a really big car accident, that I could have died, and it made me kind of think about legacy and what I leave behind. So I wrote this book. Shame on me if, something I had, and even though we have podcasts and videos and everything and online courses, some people just like learning through a book. And so shame on me if I could help somebody who's struggling and suffering. So I wrote this book for you, and this is my legacy. This is a piece of, it's basically not just methodology. I show you how to unlock the mindset and the motivation to do the methods, because so many people know what to do. Have I ever visited the UK? Yes, I'm there twice a year. I always go for Wimbledon for the past few years. And so that's what I was actually mentioned John Lee, who's on this chat. I've spoken for his amazing team there also as well. Good evening, I'm from Brazil. Love Brazil. Awesome, can't wait to read it. Thank you. How am I? I am outstanding. I'm really very, very happy because I feel like this book, when you see it in a couple of months, it's change your brain, change your world. That's what this book is about. How can I be a faster reader? If you go to, might be jimkwik.com/reading. There's a free 1-hour masterclass that I teach that's very famous on how to help people to read faster, not only faster, but smarter and better and have better focus. So I feel like that's a good place to start. We also did 3 podcast episodes on reading faster. What was your biggest struggle in writing the book? Great question. The book is a little bit personal, so there was that. It was also, I have the content. It's just I wanted you to be able to find this book. So if you're struggling with distraction, if you have forgetfulness, if you feel overloaded or overwhelmed, that if you just had this book and you found it on the street, you'd be able to make positive change. And so I really focused on it to make it that effective for you, because I know what's in this book and I know what's in you, and I believe in both. How did you overcome being an introvert? I still feel a lot of social anxiety. I'm with you. I was having this conversation with Susan Cain and Simon Sinek. Susan Cain wrote the book Quiet, which if you are an introvert, you have to read this book. It's amazing. It's a real big permission book for introverts. And what I would say is we had this conversation, and Simon's been on my podcast. He endorsed our book. If you go to Amazon and look at people who have supported this book, everyone from Will Smith to Simon Sinek to Dr. Lisa Mosconi, one of the top neuroscientists out there, and nutritionists. Simon and Susan were talking about introverts, and we were like, an introvert wakes up with 5 gold coins, and they're like energy coins. And every single time they interact with somebody, that person takes one of their coins until they're out of coins and they have to recharge by themselves. But extroverts are different. They wake up, and an extrovert wakes up with no gold coins, and every time they interact and engage with somebody, they take one of their coins and they get energy from other people. So it's kind of an interesting metaphor of looking at it. The Infinite Game, yes, that's what my friend Simon wrote about. We did 3 interviews with Simon. on how to apply infinite mindset for an infinite life, an infinite leadership, infinite learning. Great interviews. If you haven't listened to, search Jim Kwik, Simon Sinek. If you do that on Facebook, there's a video we have together, 30 million views. Crazy. 27, 28 million. Thanks, Jorge, for inspiring me every day. Does the book address lack of confidence? It certainly does. This book is about finding not only your confidence, because I don't think it's not about being fearless. It's really, courage is about acting in spite of fear. And so I give you a process for accessing that. And part of confidence comes from competence. A lot of times, whether it's public speaking or anything else, we don't have the confidence because we don't lack the competence. And in psychology, there's this confidence loop where the more competent you get at something, the more confident you get at it. And so I feel like that's very important. And by the way, I love the positivity here. It means everything to me, because this is a community of people who are like-minded, like-hearted, of lifelong learners, that even if you go through difficult times, they don't define you or diminish you. They could develop you. We decide. In the beginning of the book, I quote this French philosopher, says that life is the C between the B and the D. Life is the C between B and the D. And what is B? B is birth. What's D? D is death. What's C? C is all about choice. And so we have a choice every day, no matter how hard things are. And trust me, like I know people are going through some hard times and adversity, and my heart goes to you. And remember, self-care, remember asking for help is a sign of strength, that nobody's perfect, that you have to be kind to yourself, and self-compassion goes a long way. Take care of yourself. And part of self-love and self-care is realizing that when you say yes to somebody or something, make sure you're not saying no to yourself. Make sure you're not saying no to yourself. And part of self-care is setting boundaries around your heart, around your time, around your energy, and just giving it to the things that really light you up. I think that being burnt out does not come from doing too much all the time. Sometimes we feel burnt out or we feel tired because we're not doing enough of the things that make us feel alive. And that's why I wrote this book, Limitless. It's a handbook. The Limitless model will explain to you exactly what it takes to not only learn faster, but be able to tap what I believe is the only infinite, power or resource on this planet, which is the human potential. Is this dormant ability. And so I'm excited about releasing this book. And again, if you go to limitlessbook.com, you can get your copy. And hey, I need to work out, and I love you guys so much. But I have a training to do in a little bit, so I want to get a quick run in. But I want to just leave you with this, that if it comes to confidence, some people asked about confidence, that if you look at a bird, the bird is not confident all the way up in that tree because it trusts the tree branch. It's confident because it trusts and believes in its own wings. And while the beauty is in the butterfly, the real growth happens in the cocoon, and it's the caterpillar's desire and determination to push itself out of that cocoon that it builds strength that allows its wings to be strong and to be able to fly and to soar to new heights. And I'm here to say that our journey here, from my perspective, as I wrote this book, to be limitless is, to be able to get the most out of your life, is to be able to know yourself, to be able to trust yourself, to believe in yourself, and to be yourself, and that's really the journey. The journey we're all on is this quest and this adventure to be able to realize, to be able to reveal our fullest potential, and I believe this book will get you there. And I'm saying this to you, knowing that, with what we do, we donate a lot of the proceeds we do to build schools in Guatemala and Kenya and fund Alzheimer's research, because my grandmother, many of you know, passed away of Alzheimer's. But I want you to read this book, and more importantly, I want you to not only learn from it, but live it as well. So my heart to you, thank you so much for staying connected with me, and for every like, share, comment, podcast review, all that great stuff. We have almost, we're approaching, a few thousand 5-star reviews on our podcast. Today we launched a brand new one with Dr. Mark Hyman, who wrote the foreword to my book. He has 12 New York Times best-selling books, and he's remarkable, but he's head of strategy and innovation at the Cleveland Clinic Center for Functional Medicine, and he wrote the foreword of the book, and we launched his episode today talking about the power of food and the brain and things that you could do to really galvanize your family and your friends to be able to. Food is information, and I believe we're all bio-individual, but listen to the episode. I think it's fascinating. And yeah. I'm in the gym because I think it's important to, as your body moves, your brain grooves. When you exercise, you create brain-derived neurotropic factors, which is like fertilizer for neuroplasticity, and it helps you to just be faster, smarter, better. So anyway, my heart and my love to you, and I wish your day, your evening, wherever you are right now, be full of lots of life, lots of love, lots of laughter, and always lots of learning. And text me. If you haven't already, text me, all right? If you're in North America, definitely. My text number to get all my details is the button right on my profile on Instagram. And that's really me answering, responding. So I respond to about 20 or 25 a day. So ask me your burning questions there, and let's stay connected. All right? That's what it's about. Bye now.